So, our first article for today is about Pimobendan. Now, Pimobendan is sold under the brand name Vetmedin, among others. It's a veterinary medication. It is a calcium sensitizer and a selective inhibitor of phosphodiesterase. Phosphodiesterase?
Phosphodiesterase 3.
Or shortened to PDE3, with positive inotropic and vasodilator effects. Pimobendan is used in the management of heart failure in dogs, most commonly caused by myxomatosis mitral valve disease, also previously known as endocardiosis or dilated cardiomyopathy. Research has shown that as a monotherapy, Pimobendan increases survival time and improves quality of life in canine patients with congestive heart failure secondary to mitral valve disease when compared to benzapril, an ACE inhibitor. Under the brand name Acardi, it is available for human use in Japan. It is available as a generic medication. As for medical uses, Pimobendan is indicated for the management of the signs of mild, moderate, or severe congestive heart failure in dogs due to clinical myxomatous mitral valve disease, MMVD, or dilated cardiomyopathy, and for use with concurrent therapy for congestive heart failure like furosemide, etc., as appropriate on a case-by-case basis. It is also indicated for the delay of onset of congestive heart failure in dogs with stage B2 preclinical myxomatous mitral valve disease. Mechanisms of action. The Pimobendan is a positive inotrope, and its main function is to increase myocardial contractility. It sensitizes and increases the binding efficiency of cardiac troponin in the myofibril to the calcium ions that are already present in systole. In healthy hearts, it elevates oxygen and energy consumption to a level comparable to that achieved with dobutamine. However, in pathological hearts, this effect may not occur. Pimobendan also causes peripheral vasodilation by inhibiting the function of phosphodiesterase 3, PDE3. This results in decreased resistance to blood flow through systemic arterioles, which decreases afterload, which decreases the failing heart's workload and reduces the amount of mitral regurgitation. Pharmacokinetics. Pharmacokinetics.
Pharmacokinetics.
Let me click that. Pimobendan is absorbed rapidly when given via the oral route and has a bioavailability of 60 to 65%. Food decreases the bioavailability of the aqueous solution, although the effect on the tablet form is unknown. It is metabolized into an active metabolite, desmethylpimobendan, by the liver. The parent compound, pimobendan, is a potent calcium sensitizer, while desmethylpimobendan is a more potent phosphodiesterase 3 inhibitor. The half-life of pimobendan in the blood is 0.4 hours, and the half-life of its metabolite is 2 hours. Elimination is by excretion in the bile and then feces. Pimobendan is 90 to 95% bound to plasma proteins in circulation. This may have implications in patients with low blood protein levels like hypoproteinemia / hypoalbuminemia, and in patients that are on concurrent therapies that are also highly protein bound. As for the combinations, Pimobendan is often used in combination with 3 other drugs to palliate dogs with heart failure, pulmonary edema, pleural effusion, ascites. How do you say that?
Ascites.
Ascites. These are furosemide, a diuretic to reduce edema and effusion, spironolactone, an aldosterone antagonist. This has two functions. Firstly, as a potassium sparing diuretic, although its diuretic properties are small compared with those of furosemide. Secondly, it reduces aldosterone mediated myocardial fibrosis, possibly slowing the progression of heart disease. And an ACE inhibitor, often enalapril, brand name Anacard, or benzapril, also known as Fortecor. These drugs inhibit the action of angiotensin converting enzyme, producing a balanced vasodilation along with other potential favorable effects. As for the synthesis, the reaction between p anasoyl chloride and CID 2051617 gives 4 methotrexate benzoprine. The reaction of this with hydrazine gives 5 methyl 6 nitro methyl benzoprine. Okay, I'm not gonna read all this. This is basically how to make this. This is gonna go way over my head, but the one sentence down here that looks like it's not in gibberish is cyclization of the resulting orthoaminoamide by means of a strong acid leads to the formation of the corresponding benzimidazole. There is thus obtained pimobendan. But if you're a chemist, you'll probably understand that. I am not that, so we're going to move on to another article that hopefully isn't in a different language. We got Abby Brammell. Abby Brammell, born March 19th, 1979, is an American television and stage actress. As for her career, Brammell has had recurring roles in 6 Feet Under and The Shield Push Nevada. In 2004, she received good reviews for her performance as Sabina Spielrein in the North American premiere of Christopher Hampton's play The Talking Cure at the Mark Taper Forum in Los Angeles. From 2006 to 2009, she appeared in The Unit as Army wife Tiffy Gerhardt. She also appeared in NCIS Season 8, Episode 3, Short Fuse as Marine Sergeant Heather Dempsey. She played Tamara Moore in the thriller Playdate 2012, a made-for-television film produced in the United States, and has guest starred on Medium, The Mentalist, Lie to Me, Criminal Minds, and Castle. She appeared as the wife of Steve Jobs, played by Ashton Kutcher in the film Jobs in 2013. On October 11th, 2015, it was announced Brammell would voice the female protagonist in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. She was in these films: in Sawtooth, The Last Run, Like Dandelion Dust, No Place, CA, In the Black, Life Happens, Blind Justice 3D, Jobs, North Boulevard, and many, many shows that I'm not going to go over all of them right now, but it goes all the way back to 2002, and her last role was in 2025. It is 2026 right now, February. So do with that information what you will. But Abby Brammell definitely putting in work. Let's see, what is a Deben?
Deben.
Deben. The Deben was an ancient Egyptian weight unit. Early dynastic period. The early evidence for Deben is from the early dynastic period. It was found at the site of Buto in Nile Delta. The weighing stone was uncovered in an archaeological context from Second Dynasty in the so-called Labyrinth building. It bears the inscription of the friendly is the heart of Horus, director of the installation Hemsemenib. The inscription value is of 3 Deben, representing a unit of 29 grams or 1 ounce, likely the earliest copper Deben. Based on this evidence, it was argued recently that copper and gold Deben were used since early dynastic periods in ancient Egypt. Old and Middle Kingdom, set of balance beams and weighing stones from 10 to 100 units. Likely Deben was painted on the wall of the tomb of 3rd Dynasty official Hesi Ra at Saqqara. Stone weights from the Old Kingdom have been found weighing about 13.6 grams or 0.48 ounces, giving presumed value of the gold Deben, like the weighing stone of King Ursarkaf. The same unit was used for the jasper weighing stone of the first intermediate period king, Nebkar Keri. From the Middle Kingdom date, Deben weight units were used for particular metals, referring to as copper Deben and gold Deben, the former being about twice as heavy, 27 grams or 0.95 ounces, as the latter. Such weights from the Middle Kingdom were discovered at List, using gold Deben and copper Deben. Second Intermediate Period. At the Second Intermediate Period site of Tel El Daba were found sets of sphenoid. That's a funny word. Weighing stones confirming the use of shekel weighing system, weighing both. Confirming the use of shekel weighing system, both Syrian and Mesopotamian. Here presumably stems the changing weighing system of the New Kingdom with a completely different Deben unit. In from the New Kingdom, 1 Leben was equal to about 90 grams or 3.2 ounces to 95 grams or 3.4 ounces. It was divided into 10 kiddet of C 9 grams or 0.32 ounces to 9.5 grams, or into what is referred to by Egyptologists as pieces. 1/12 of Deben weighing 7.6 grams or 0.27 ounces. It was frequently used to denote values of goods by comparing their worth to a weight of metal, generally silver or copper. The value of the metal artifacts was expressed by Deben, and the weight equalized the value. And as a proto-currency, it has been speculated that pieces of metal weighing a Deben were kept in boxes, taken to markets, and were used as means of exchange. Archaeologists have been unable to find any such standardization pieces of precious metal. On the other hand, it is documented that Debens served to compare values on the well-known juridical stela from the reign of the 16th dynasty, King Neber-Ra I. Depth of 60 gold Deben, consisting in fact of gold, copper, grain, and clothes, as listed on the stela, was worth the governorship of El Kab in the 19th dynasty. A slave girl priced 4 Deben and 1 kite of silver was paid for with various goods: 6 bronze vessels, 10 Deben of copper, 15 linen garments, a shroud, a blanket, and a pot of honey. As for its legacy, Deben appeared in the computer game Pharaoh as its currency in the form of gold.